we're here at Search Engine Strategies San Francisco on Thursday. And one of the things that we overlooked earlier in the week was catching up with Sally Falkow, who's just recently, meaning like last week or the week before, initiated a new social media press room for Search Engine Strategies on their site. Sally, tell us about that.
Well, it's something that...
And how the hell are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you, Jamie. How
Good.
the hell are you?
I'm pretty good. We'll get to the condiments later, but tell us about the press room.
I have been talking to SES about their newsroom and upgrading their newsroom for about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in New York a couple of months ago, I met with them. And we went over all the reasons why and how to do it and what they wanted out of it. And all came to an agreement. And so we said, let's do it before San Francisco. And it's up and it's running. And it's at media.searchenginestrategies.com.
And that's a good thing, because Connected Marketing Week and Search Engine Strategy San Francisco is so much about social media.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it was perfect timing to do that.
Perfect, yeah.
Well, first of all, Sally, let's go back a little bit and talk about what corporations have been doing with press rooms and their social media campaigns and why it's important to bring the two together.
Well, as you know, for about the last 6 years, companies have been having online newsrooms. And there are many companies who provide these online newsrooms.
And thinking about those newsrooms being search engine indexable, or the contents on them.
Yes, not 6 years ago, but
right. Recently.
Certainly, recently they've been getting into the idea of optimizing press releases, other content, news content, and how important that is.
Right.
But now that we're really so involved in social media, and search too is changing into real-time indexing all the social media content, it's really important to be involved in social media, but it's just as important to make sure that everyone can find that content when they come to your site. And we've spoken a lot to bloggers and journalists as to what do they want, what are they looking for, what do they need and want. Their jobs have changed dramatically.
Right. They just don't want to find the press releases and the white papers when they go to that directory on the site called News, Company News.
Right.
They also want to find what the real-world community is saying about the company and the products and what have you.
Right. And what other social content might you have? Because they may have found you through some random tweet. And now they come to your site and they'd love to know, do you have videos? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Facebook? But they're under such pressure.
Right.
They're not going to spend a half an hour searching for all of that.
Right.
So you have to spoon feed them totally at this point and give them the images with source code and the videos with embed code, and just make it dead simple for them to give you the coverage.
Right. And as Tim Ash is talking about in his keynote this morning, the fourth pillar of making your site really sort of trustworthy to customers is like, get all that consumer-generated content there and let them say what other people are saying about you.
Absolutely, and have it out there, but also have it on your site.
Right, right.
Absolutely. So that was one of the big reasons why SES wanted to do that.
Mirroring what they're doing with the content at the conferences moving forward.
Absolutely, and then at each conference we will have all the material that bloggers want. For instance, yesterday I spoke to a bunch of bloggers, and they said this is fantastic because they have to spend a lot of time looking for things, looking for pictures of the speakers, looking for video, looking for this, looking for... Now they don't have to.
It's a time saver for them.
Absolutely.
They have a blog post, they want to get other assets to put into it. They can easily pull them right here from this social media press room.
Absolutely.
Great.
And
well, we're going to have to get the word out to millions of bloggers who never have enough time.
Absolutely.
That's your job.
That's my job, I guess. The thing we found with companies is that more than half of them are now using social media, but less than 20% of them actually are aggregating any of that content on their site or linking to it or have any strategy of how to push it out and pull it back. So if you have a 1.0 newsroom, it's time to make a 2.0 newsroom.
So I think it's going to be really interesting, Sal. We fast forward to Search Engine Strategies in New York next March. Let's give ourselves 6 months versus 2 months of Search Engine Strategies October. And let's see what's happened in terms of use of that press room.
Absolutely. Then we can look at the stats and see what's happening and what other things we've added as the bloggers ask us for them, and see where we go.
Right. Well, it's going to be fun to just take a look when we get there in Search Engine Strategies New York, where we always catch up anyways, and see what's happened with the press room we've loaded for this show.
Fantastic.
All right. Thanks, Sally.
Thank
Always
you.
good catching up with you at SES.